Hello, happy Saturday everyone. I'm Teddy from Teddy's Movie Club and excuse me. Today I'm going to be telling you everything I've watched in the month of November. Now I'm going to start off on my physical media pile, and then I'm going to go into streaming. What I watch on streaming. Beware, it's quite a lot this month, so let's start off with it. The first one up, because obviously in November was a Criterion Barnes & Noble 50% off sale in America, so I like to watch my unwatched Criterion collections. I've got one left, which I have to wait till next month now, because I've just run out of time to finish all of them. The first one up is Othello. There's the back, if you can see it. Like this one a lot. I had to Google what the story was, because even though I probably did that at school, I can't remember it. So, but I enjoyed it. The next one up is another Criterion, the Tragedy of Macbeth, or the Scottish play, as a thespian actress like to know it as. There's the back. Then The Irishman. This is a long film. I watched it all in one afternoon, then I had to watch it the next morning, like an hour, the last sort of hour and a half, because I was getting tired, and of course I had some bad news that day, so I had to re-watch the last hour and a half. And the next one up is not a Criterion, it's Gladiator, because obviously I'd never seen Gladiator, and I was going to see Gladiator 2 at the theatre. That will be coming in my further down the video. Really enjoyed this one. Could have done with audio description for some bits of it, because I didn't know what was happening in certain parts of the film, but I did enjoy it. The next one up is a Vinegar Syndrome, or a partner label of Vinegar Syndrome. Hollywood House of Horror, I think. I can't actually remember. So yeah, I had to rewatch this one because I wasn't getting it at first, and then I rewatched it the next day, and it was alright. It was enjoyable. And then of this box set, I've watched 5 of the 7 films. So I've watched the first 5. Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky. So I've got Curse and Cult left to do. Then I've got, I've got to finish off a series, with the remake and then the TV shows. Right, now I'm going to get into the list of, because I've got a list on my phone of what I streamed. If you hear a noise, it's my phone talking, because obviously I need it to help me read. So I have got to turn it down a little bit, but you might hear it. And then on Shudder, I watched the Doc of Chucky. That was about, 4.5 hours worth of, 4.5 hours worth of Chucky goodness. So I enjoyed that, because obviously I recently watched Living with Chucky as well. I think that was last month, that was in October. So yeah, I watched that on Shudder. Then I got a free trial of Mubi for 7 days, so I watched The Substance. Really good body horror film. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Then on Netflix, I watched Sting. Well, I attempted to watch Sting. I got about half an hour, 40 minutes in, and I turned it off. It's not the fact that it was a giant spider, it's the fact that I found the first, half of it really boring. I might go back to it, but I just there's always other stuff to watch. Then again on Netflix, I watched Law Abiding Citizen. Great film, really good action film. And then on iPlayer, I watched the new David Attenborough series, Asia. Yeah, really good documentary. I love all of David Attenborough's documentaries, and I'm collecting them all. Because I really want him to make it to 100. Please let him make it to 100 so he can do a special. Yeah, I already mentioned that. And then on Now TV, I watched the first Purge. You know, the actual, not the one that came out first, the actual first Purge. You know, I love that film. I think it's one of my favourite films in the Purge saga. Oh, and then another Criterion one that I watched, but it's not in the pile, is A New World. Sorry, The New World, another Criterion Collection one. And then on Mubi, because you know, because obviously I had the free time, so I watched a couple of things. I watched David Lynch, The Art Life. That was alright. I like sort of documentaries like about famous people and all that. So another Criterion that's not in the pile is The Tree of Life. Very visual film. Couldn't work out what was happening because I needed more dialogue. So I watched the whole thing, but I couldn't follow it because it's just so visual. And then on Now TV, I watched Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire again. The more I watch that film, the more I love it. So I talked about that. And then on Netflix, I watched series 1, 2, and 3 of The Movies That Made Us. You know, it goes up. You know, it's a very good documentary on like Halloween, Elf, Die Hard, Home Alone, that sort of thing. I just, you know, I love knowing more about my films. And then I attempted to watch again on Mubi Voyage of Time, but again very visual, so I turned it off after like 5-10 minutes. Talked about that. And then on Disney Plus, I watched John Carter. You know, I know it got panned from when it was first released, but I kind of enjoyed. I did enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to the sequel coming out in 2025. And then I finished season 6 of Game of Thrones, so I've just got 7 and 8, series 7 and 8, and then the House of Dragon series 2. Then I've completed that. So yeah, but I'm hopefully going to complete season 7 and season 8 in December. And then on iTunes, I rented Trap. Got about 14 minutes into it and turned it off. I got bored, and of course, you know, I just didn't find it very entertaining. I know some people liked it, some people didn't, but it wasn't for me. And then on Now TV, I watched John Wick Chapter 2. Talked about that. And then on Netflix, I watched the Tyson and Paul fight. You know, I had to watch it on catch up, you know, sort of, so there was no way I could stay up to 1 a.m. till like 5 watching it in the morning. Oh, excuse me. And then at the cinema, I watched Gladiator 2, which I talked about a little bit after I saw Gladiator. On Netflix, again, I watched another sort of planet documentary called Our Oceans. It was only 5 episodes long. Was that the one done by Barack Obama? I think it was. It was narrated by Barack Obama, so. And then on Netflix, I watched John Wick Chapter 3. And John Wick Chapter 4. Again on Netflix. On Now TV, I watched Tarot. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I found it quite entertaining. You know, I might pick it up. You know, at the minute on Amazon, it's like 10 quid. I might pick it up when it gets to like $6.99, $7.99. I want it a little bit cheaper, but I found it fun. I just like, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. Talked about that. And then I've watched the first 2 episodes of Dune Prophecy. Really enjoyed that. I love the Dune universe. I've read Dune. I've read Dune Messiah, and I'm currently reading Children of Doom. So I've watched the two latest films. I've really got to watch the 80s version, but I did enjoy the 2 episodes of the new show. I'm looking forward to Monday because I'm in UK, so that's when the 3rd episode drops. And then on Prime I watched Becky. Good action film, you know, lots of gruesome kills. I enjoyed that. On Prime I watched Imaginary, you know, about that imaginary friend bear film. I saw it at the cinema earlier in the year, and you know, I saw it was on Prime for free, so I thought, I'm going to watch it again just to see if I enjoyed it. And of course, I think I enjoyed it better better the second time around, because I knew what, I just liked it. You know, I'm not going to go into detail about it. I talked about that. And then on iTunes, I bought Alien Romulus. So I probably just bitched that, but I thought it was going to be on Disney Plus because I googled when it was coming, and it said at the time when I googled it, it was coming out on the 21st, the same time as in America, but it never came out on the UK one. So I bought it off of iTunes and I watched it and I loved it. I loved all the like subtle references and, you know, to other films in the series. But I'm looking forward to the TV show Alien Earth coming out summer next year on Disney Plus. I can't wait for that. So I'm still going through the list. I watched a shit ton of stuff this month. On Netflix, I watched Layer Cake. Only because, you know, I like sort of action mob films, and I never saw this, and I got a notification from Netflix saying it was leaving on the 30th, which is today, on Saturday, so I really wanted to watch it. Never watched it before because I was never allowed to, so. And then on Disney Plus, I watched Moana, because tomorrow on Sunday, I'm watching Moana 2 at the cinema. Can't wait for that. On Tubi, I watched The Fire King's Blood. Yeah, The Fire King's Blood and Conquest. Yeah, that's a documentary. I think it was about just under an hour. So, you know, really like my history, like Vikings, dinosaurs, Egyptology. I love all that sort of stuff. Then another 2 films I watched on Tubi: Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Because I watched Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey when it came to rental a couple of years ago, and I thought it was okay, you know, it wasn't all that great. But I rewatched it the other day and I found it more fun and I enjoyed it a little more. And of course then I streamed straight after the second one, and I really did like that. I'm looking forward to Blood and Honey 3, and I'm seeing what they're doing with the universe. And then another one on Tubi. Yeah, I found Tubi, guys, and it's just, you know, there's a ton of free films and documentaries, so I made the use of it. You know, you don't have to pay, but you get adverts. But you know, it's free, so I don't care. Henry VIII, Tyrant King, another documentary. I think this was about an hour and a half, but I did enjoy it. So. Another documentary on Tubi, Tyson, goes about the life of, you know, Mike Tyson, the boxer. Found it very interesting because I did watch the fight on Netflix and I didn't know anything about him. So then on Disney Plus there was like maybe a 5-minute sort of special look at Moana 2, how you know, because obviously I watched Moana, so I found out a little bit more information about the sequel. You know, on Prime, nearly finished, guys, nearly finished. On Prime, I watched The Strangers Chapter 1. It's okay, you know. I am gonna watch Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 when it comes out. But, you know, they're alright, but, you know. And then the last one, number 43 on the list. No, sorry, 44 on the list. Another one on TV, my last documentary on TV for this month. I shot JFK, The Shocking Truth. I just literally finished this about half an hour ago. Because, again, I find like conspiracy theories and all that, you know, really interesting. I know it's not really a conspiracy theory, but it is, you know. But, yeah, that's all I watched in the month of November. I've already started writing a list for... I've already started writing my list for December of what I'm going to watch. I've got up to about... what have I got? I've got up to about 27, 28 things for next month, so that's only going to increase. But yeah, that's all I've watched, guys. You know, 43 TV shows, documentaries and films. Am I going to beat it for next month, or am I going to be... Oh, am I not? Because obviously it's going to be Christmas time. I've got plans to go out for several meals. Oh God, I'm going to be so stuffed. I've got like 4 Christmas dinners, you know, next month, guys. I'm going to be the size of a planet. But anyway, I hope you have a good weekend. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you soon. Bye.